Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today, as you may be able to see very soon on the screen, we will be driving a London North Western Railway Class 350 from here in Milton Keynes down to London Euston by means of the West Coast Main Line. Do we have any screen output? Right, doesn't look like we have any. I just saw that. Oh yes. Going very well. Are we going? Are we going? Yep, we should be going now. Just turn that up a bit. Right, anyway. Yes, here we are. You should be able to see my screen now. We are here at Milton Keynes Central, located on the West Coast Main Line. As you can see here, we have a beautiful Class 350, which will drive all the way down to London Euston. We are due to depart out here at Milton Keynes at 07:39, so in the meantime we'll just set up the train. As also arriving in, we have an Avanti West Coast Class 390 on a service going from Wolverhampton to London Euston. So we missed that 392138, that will just be stopping at the end of the platform. We'll actually be racing that one out. Okay, so let's set up our own train before we do anything else. Right, that is our train set up. Also joining us in the stream today will be JP Railway Photography 2021 once again. Hello.
Hello.
Indeed. Alright, so at the moment.
Do apologise for background noise. I'm out at the moment. But
yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, don't worry.
Will be JP Railway Photography 2021 once again. Hello.
Hello.
Just doing a sound check. You're nice and loud.
That works.
Anyway, let's depart out of here at Milton Keynes Central, with our next stop being at Bletchley. We follow the regular calling pattern all the way down to Watford Junction, and we call additionally at Bushy.
Not easy for Milton Keynes Central, but yeah, so.
Hello CP trains, hope you're well. Hoping in the next week or so that we will be back to spotting again.
Well, I'll be spotting tomorrow, but blindside.
Indeed.
Along with some special tricks up my hands.
Yes, you're filming. I'll leave that as a secret. As soon as Josh's video is released, and I'll advertise it. I'll be a living, breathing advertisement for Josh's video as soon as it's out. You can actually hear today. Good. That means I've done everything right.
Down.
More on that later. About spotting this week. More on that later.
God blimey, another in 400 in front of me. Oh yeah, where is it? I saw one like 5 minutes ago.
As we have a Southern Class 377 going up to Milton Keynes from Clapham Junction. You know, E400s are everywhere around here.
I'm hoping to get some specials tomorrow.
Yes, there are a few interesting moves down the Great Eastern Main Line tomorrow.
Well, there's a 720 tomorrow, that's for sure. Because there's one in passenger service.
That's on a test run going from Ipswich, I think.
And Clapton.
Oh wait, oh yeah.
And Colchester Town.
Yeah, that is where they're going. They have 720s have started operation on services from London to Bletchley.
Hopefully, I should see 2 sets tomorrow. One on test, one in passenger service.
And then of course you've got the Braintree services, which you might see at Chelmsford as well, but they're not that frequent, I don't think.
I haven't got down the workings for the Braintree service. And it's, I don't know, really.
Yeah, I can't
The
find
one
anything
I
about them.
caught a while ago was in the evening.
319, a new livery passing us. Out of Manchester Piccadilly, as we do need to start decelerating for Bletchley now. Yes, the 350 cab is really quiet. That's why we can all hear each other very nicely today.
Oh, what Gemini 1? Where's he going?
Hello, Belgian train spotter 222. Hope you're well.
I can see an ex-Halifax Yorkshire, wherever. What Gemini 1?
Yeah, I see. I have quite a lot of editing I need to catch up on as well. That just means more videos, which is good for everyone else. Right, I think we've gone a bit too defensive here, so we do need to go pretty hard on the brake. Actually, no, we don't. We just stop right by this marker here. Should be fine. Until we are at Bletchley. I did come here once in 2020. I decided not to film here. I actually stood on platform 3 just by these stairs here, but the gates were they're really tall and they're in the way. So I decided not to film here in the end because the views were just terrible.
I've been through Bletchley, but not for spotting.
Yeah, don't go there, it's not a very good station at all. I mean, I guess if you're going for the Class 230s, which are now in operation, it could be quite good to go to. But the barriers are just in the way.
But you could catch them at Bedford though.
Yeah, you could catch them at Bedford, indeed.
I might revisit Milton Keynes Central at some point.
Yeah, I think I'd quite like to go back to Milton Keynes Central because I did a video there. Again, it was the same day that I went to Bletchley, but I'm not too happy with that video.
I mean,
anything I recorded.
when I've done Milton Keynes, it was when Virgin Trains were about. And I got to ride on 2 different liveries on the 390.
Look at you.
Old and new.
Let's see if I can get on a
Silk,
390.
non-silk.
With the units for today, we have 350, 370, and also 350, 103. So one is in the new London North Western livery, and the other is in the old ex-London Midland livery. Due to spot out of Bletchley in about 30 seconds time. We do have a 2-minute stop here, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. This is obviously as of the timetable. Right now departing. Let's watch the train depart from this angle, why not? Our next stop is at Leighton Buzzard, which is the next stop along the line. We are closely following a Class 319 which is going from Bletchley to Euston. That left about a minute before we arrived into Bletchley, so that is the reason why we have a 2-minute stop here to provide.
But we'll see at London Euston, won't we?
Yes we do.
It's a shame our train wasn't at 319, but they're doing Bletchley in Northampton now.
That is, tube set. Oh, we have a freight line of Class 66 going from Felixstowe to East Midlands Gateway passing us now. Sounding very nice there. What is next week's stream? That's a very good question because I forgot to put it in the description. In fact, just like last week, I think I'll put a poll on my Instagram to see which one is the most popular. As we race down the West Coast Main Line towards Leighton Buzzard.
Hmm. Sorry.
95 miles an hour. Oh, yes, if you do have any route recommendations / trains you want to see me drive, then do pop them in the live chat. That'll be greatly appreciated. Oh, we have another 390. That one's going to Liverpool Lime Street. Oh, no, it's going to Blackpool North, that one. Ah, the new 707s, are they in passenger service now? Liverpool to Manchester, that's a route I really want to do, but I unfortunately do not own Liverpool to Manchester. Hello James Simmons Botting, welcome to this stream. I hope you're well. We're now going through Lindsley tunnels. Just on the left is an absolutely amazing spot to film services. I'd really like to come here sometime, but it's quite difficult and awkward spot to get to. And we do need to slow down for Leighton Buzzard now, actually. I think we might actually overshoot on this one. This is not looking good. Oh no, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. There's another 350s departing bound for Northampton. There's another 350s passing behind. That one is bound for Crewe. I've overshot the marker slightly. That's no big deal. Well, here we are at Leighton Buzzard. I'm just putting the poll up on my Instagram. So we'll have a look at your channel, James Simmons Botting. Leighton Buzzard. I think we do have a couple of interesting trains coming through here. I didn't say so myself. Oh, yep, I don't want to show that. Let's see if you can work out what it is. What is going to come around that corner very soon. It should be here any minute now. Here it is. Here we have a GBRF Class 66 on an engineer's train. This is running from Watford Junction to Bescot up engineer sidings. This is based off a true working that this one actually did run on Friday. Go right up the platform, we might hear it yinging as it goes out. It's actually going to cross over. '66 720. Goes yinging away. This is, I think, helping out with some engineering work. I'll do 66 785 at the rear. They will be going up to Bescot. Nice TNT. Again, that did happen on Friday. Right, we're now actually due to depart out of Leighton Buzzard. That was quick. Next stop will be Tring. We'll be passing the good old Cheddington along the way.
Oh, come on, it's a pound. It's your pound. Put your pocket.
James Simmons Botting, I'm just having a look at your channel. You're mainly a Trains and World person. I do need to have a look at Trains and World, because it's a game that I feel like I really neglected, but it's a really fun game and I really do love playing it. Neutral section, just coming up ahead. Watch the power drop to 0, there we go. And power is going straight back up again. I just find it amazing how quiet these 350s are. As I'm sure many of you know, the 350-3s are officially the most reliable trains in the UK. As of any train, the 350s are the most reliable. Closely followed by the 458 and 707. Because in fact the 350 has been at the top of the list for the Golden Spanner Award, which awards trains for being the most reliable for I think 3 years running now. Yeah, it's been in the top spot, so it is a really reliable train. It is really pleasant to go along as well. I've only been on a 350 a few times, but I certainly have no complaints. Yes, I am really sad that the 350-2s that are being replaced soon. They're perfectly good trains. They're reliable trains. It's like what's happening with the 458s. They're really good trains as well. They're really reliable, and yet they're still being replaced. Seems a bit silly.
Yeah, I agree.
Particularly with the Bombardier 701, or the Adventures in general. Their software issues have been seeming to have quite a lot of problems. Now pass on Cheddington. The 458s are refurbished less than 10 years ago.
Mm.
I mean, they've served very well in their time, but there's no need for them to be replaced now, because they're perfectly good trains. They're reliable, they keep up to demand, they have, they're wheelchair accessible, there's nothing wrong with them at all. It's just replaced the 319s. I mean, the 319s are good trains as well from an enthusiast point of view, but in terms of just like a normal passenger, they're not the best trains at all. So the 730s replacing 319s, I'd be perfectly happy with, because already that is a massive capacity upgrade, massive amenity upgrade, and provides so much more for passengers. I'm not sure what's going to happen to the 350-2s. And there are rumours that they're going to be converted into battery/hydrogen/bi-mode diesel units, which I really hope they will. I really hope that they won't be scrapped. Like the 332s were, they were perfectly good trains as well, but I guess the 332s had their problems and they had to come to an end really. And it seems a bit silly really, doesn't it? As passing us now, we have our third freight of the day. This is a GBRF Class 66 going from Felixstowe south to Hams Hall. This is being hauled by 66. Let's find out. 769. And we're arriving at Tring nearly a minute early. Yeah, 332s didn't have 2 PWS, so they couldn't really go anywhere else, could they? But I'd trade a 332 for a 387 any day. Yeah, and the body shed of the train was not in the best of states. I think it's that they run out of spare parts for the 332s or something like that, I read. Another 352, 350, which is on platform 351, 20 and 403. They've just terminated them from Euston. Literally just terminated into Euston just as we're arriving. They'll be forming a later service back down to London Euston. And that is a nice shot seeing the two 350s side by side. There we go. Oh, just paused again by mistake. F12. I just love the detail on the 350, it's really detailed. I mean, it's one of AP's older packs, but it's definitely worth it. Actually, I think one of the first packs I actually got from AP was the 350. The first one that I actually got from AP was, I think, the 313. I spent nearly a month trying to figure out how to get it started before I finally figured out that you had to read the manual before you set off. I didn't realise you had to press down the dead man's handle before you throttled or put the reverser in. Anyway, next stop is Hemel Hempstead. Oh, we have something else passing. I think I know what it is. It's a pair of 221s in the new Avanti West Coast livery. They are on a service bound for Birmingham New Street. They are actually two of them connected together. I did see that happen before a couple of days ago on crew cam. Doing a Holyhead to London Euston service. It's so useful that Avanti have put their allocations on full-time trains. I mean, Avanti had quite a big presence on Railcam in terms of allocations before, but now it's even more reliable. And we can also see which sets are painted in the new livery as well, from the diagrams.
116 is the recent one.
116 is the new livery, you say? Nice.
Hmm. I'll be back in like 5 minutes after do that.
Right, okay, that's fine. Just love driving along the West Coast Main Line South. I mean, a lot of people say that it's really laggy, but I think they've actually optimised it really well. And it, when it first came out, it was really laggy. Not so much so anymore, but that unfortunately does mean that they had to sacrifice quite a few assets, or the quality of a few assets. Now going through North Church tunnels. And we'll also shortly be passing Berkhamsted. As you have another full livery 390 passing bound for Liverpool Lime Street. They are indeed everywhere today. Now passing Berkhamsted station with its really nice curves. I'd really like to come film here sometime. I'm going to accelerate back up to 100 miles an hour again. Fun fact, Julius Caesar died at least a year ago. Great. Cool. Brilliant facts. Oh, yep, we're about to speed there, that's not good. As we know, we're about to go into Hemel Hempstead. I mean, Ben, you're not wrong. Julius Caesar did die at least a year ago. So we're going over Bourne End Junction. And fun fact, 81% of statistics are made up. That's funny. Everyone's here £45 for Glasgow. Also in the new livery. This one is a 9 class, it must be 047 or 049. Oh, I can hear a sound of a 377 departing. There is got 2 Mike 13 going from Selhurst to Milton Keynes Central. That's a 5-car stop here. Not sure why that is. That might be a legacy from something that's happened in the past. The only 5-car sets I can imagine operating on the West Coast Main Line are the Super Voyagers. There's also a bay platform here. I didn't realise this existed as well. I don't think this is even going to be able to hold a... It might just about be able to hold a single 350 with the end hanging off. But I don't think that's in use anymore. Oh, there's just a detail on it, looks really nice. Right, next stop is Watford Junction. And also, talking of Watford Junction, as I'm sure many of you know, tomorrow is the 29th of March, unless you live on the other side of the world. You know, we all know what that means. That means that we can indeed return to the railways again, indeed return to the trains, return to the spotting. Unfortunately I won't be able to do any spotting tomorrow, but from Tuesday I will be filming at several locations across North London. Those starting off at Stratford, then followed by Watford Junction, funnily enough, which we're just approaching, and also Hemel on the Great Western Main Line, which I've wanted to go to for quite a long time but never got round to it. As we have a 350 passing us bound for Northampton. Because I feel like I haven't really done much on the Great Western Main Line. I feel like it would be really nice to go there again. Because the last time I filmed on the Great Western Main Line was Reading in 2020.
Reading in 2020.
That'll be really nice to see, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some of the Heathrow Express 387s as well. As well as at Stratford, we might have a couple of interesting ones coming through as well. Tomorrow I actually I do have an orthodontist appointment. Funny enough, I'm actually getting my braces, which is not going to be pleasant at all, because it means that I'll be battling my way through Tuesday while filming. Try not to complain about the pain. Tring service passing us now, because I've heard from many people that having braces is not the nicest experience for the first few weeks. So that's something to look forward to, definitely. But on the plus side, we might actually, I might actually be able to get some spotting done tomorrow. because that orthodontist happens to be quite close to the West Anglia main line. So you might be able to catch a 720 or 2 going up down the West Anglia main line. James Simmons Bottom, can you do Greenford? I've never actually thought of going to Greenford before. It's occasionally quite good. There's I think there's a once a day Chiltern Railway service that goes. I see they've included the new route master in as well in this route. There's the once a day Chiltern Railway service that runs from West Ealing through to High Wycombe, if I'm not mistaken, or if it's somewhere else. Might be nice to go and film that. If I do go to Greenford, then it probably won't be on Tuesday, because I already have a plan set out, and if I extend it any further then I'm going to rush hour, and because the government are advising us to avoid busy times, and I'm avoiding rush hour in the morning and also in the evening. But if I can squeeze it in on another day, I am planning on going spotting a few times in these upcoming Easter holidays. Then I'm sure I will be able to slot it in for you. Other stations, oh for goodness sake, we just missed one. Anti West Coast service bound for Manchester Piccadilly. Other stations coming up, various stations in South London CP trains. I'm sure you'll be glad to hear, including various stations on the South Eastern network. I'm lucky I might be able to catch one of the 707s on test. And as always, we'll be returning to Southern Main Line. Ebury Bridge Station, where it's just outside London Victoria, is a really good place for spotting line, so I'd really like to go there again. Last time I went there was 2019. And also on that day I'll be filming at a mystery location, which I'm not going to, which I'm saving up for an important milestone. Perhaps 500 subscribers, I'll reveal what that is and upload it. Regardless, it is going to be great. But the first video to go up will be from Stratford. Enfield Lock, if I can get that out on Monday evening, then I will get that out on Monday evening. Let's see if I do film there in the first place, hopefully I can. Just after my orthodontist appointment, I might be a bit annoyed, but don't blame myself, to be honest. Because I've just had my braces put on. Right now arriving at Watford Junction. It's funny thought to think that I'll be here in less than 48 hours. There's not actually an 8 car stop here at Watford Junction, so we'll actually just stop at the 12 car. I'm not sure what trains do in real life. I'm sure we'll find out. Then, in fact, I'm just going to stop here because it's halfway between the 4 car and the 8 car. In fact, we should have actually stopped further up the platform. Because you can see there's an 8 car stop there. It's not too bad though, we dodged it pretty well. We do have a couple of minutes here at Watford Junction. We're due to spot out at 08:38. Anyway, let's see what we have here. We have a London Overground Class 710, which will be departing. Indeed, it is a 710. That is very cursed, if I do say so myself. That will be departing out on a service very shortly, bound for London Euston. We also see another couple of 378s along the way. Hang on a minute, Josh is calling me again. Hello again. Hello.
But
Right, anyway. Watford Junction. I've just explained which stations I'm going to film at on Tuesday. I forgot. Oh yeah, Highlands Park was the place you were planning on filming at. Looks like a really nice place to film. As I said, but there are many great pictures of it on Anglia Gen. But I'm not the biggest expert for South London, so if you guys do have any recommendations for station to film at, particularly in South London, but could be anywhere in London slash or don't make it too far away from London. It can be Hertfordshire as well because I live there. Funnily enough. So anything in the Oyster areas plus Hertfordshire. Greenford I will take into account, James Simmons spotting. As we depart, we are making an additional stop at Bushy today, which Milton Keynes Central Services do not usually stop at. This is it's not the usual thing, but it's what's in the timetable, so I guess we stick to it. I realise I've had my mic muted the whole time. Yes, Greenfield I will take into account. How long have I had my mic muted? I'm not the biggest London slash just trying to figure out how long I actually had my mic muted for. Quite a long time, I think. Yep, over a minute. Yes, Greenfield I will take into account. It's Norwood Junction, Wandsworth Town and Herne Hill. That is very bold words for someone that lives in Scotland, but you do know your London very well, Ben, so I'm sure you know what you're talking about. Wandsworth Town is a good station, same with Norwood Junction. Herne Hill I've never been to. I've passed through it a couple of times. That was when Thameslink was still doing their diverted services, avoiding London Bridge. I actually got delayed at Loughborough Junction. We sat at Loughborough Junction for nearly half an hour, and then it told us that a train in front had broken down. So we sat at Loughborough Junction for about half an hour, then we were very, very slowly on the move again, and then the train, we were actually going to go down to Gatwick Airport, and the train got cancelled at East Croydon. So I don't have the fondest memories of Hemel, but I'm sure it's a very good station to go to. Wandsworth Town, again, very good station, South Western Railway. We might catch a couple of the 458s and 707s, which are planned to be going very soon. Watford Junction, obviously, on the Brighton Main Line. I filmed at New Cross Gate a couple of times, so it'll be similar stuff to what you have there. I also do want to film on the trams, because I haven't really filmed any trams. I haven't been to Croydon for years now, since, when was the last time I went to Croydon? 2014, 15? And the last time I went on the trams in Croydon. The last time I actually went to Croydon was this December 2019. East Croydon. But I'm not too happy with that video, so I will be revisiting East Croydon at some point as well. As we scamper along the West Coast Main Line, right down towards Euston. We passed Carpenter's Park a few minutes ago, another really great station to come to. Unfortunately, I won't be filming there. I haven't got plans to film there anytime soon.
It's a good station.
Right. Where is this? I think this is Harrow. Oh no, this is Hatch End. Hatch Lane has disused platform. Hatch End has disused platforms. I did not know that. There's a Boris Master goes over the bridge. I'm going past Headstone Lane. Headstone Lane? I think it's pronounced Headstone Lane. But my Scottish brain cannot naturally pronounce head without saying head. Shortly be passing Harrow and Milton station as a 378 arrives into Harrow and Milton as well. This was on the M833 out of Watford Junction. And a 350 is also departing. This one was also bound for Tring. So Milton. Looks like a very nice station to film, but I have heard stories of people being kicked out of the station before. Well, not kicked out, but being told to leave. If you're discreet about it, then it should be fine. And we just passed Kenton. We'll shortly be passing South Kenton, as many of you I'm sure know, is also a brilliant station. It's just up here. Let's see if we can get a traditional view of 350 passing through South Kenton. Passing through now, we have a London North Western Railway Class 350. This one is going from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. At the front we have 350 370 and 350 103 at the rear. Next stop, that one will be at London Euston, of course. Ah, dude, that was funny. Right, let's actually get back to driving before we speed again. Also be shortly passing Wembley Central railway station. That's why I said it like that. Wembley Stadium should be very soon on our left. How is it? And we do have a double yellow. A theatre telling us S. I'm not sure what that means. As we're here, we have Wembley Yard on our left. Let's see what we have. We appear to have some cargo wagons. Oh, there's Wembley Stadium. Yep, we have some cargo wagons being hauled by Class 90 in DB cargo livery. We also have a shed, also in the DB cargo. Hang on, what's the signal aspect? Yellow. If I'm slowing down then. As also, we do have a Grand Central Class 90, which is currently sitting there along with more cargo wagons. Alright, we do have a red signal, so we do need to slow down here. Let's try and figure out why that is. But we have no AI coming our way, so I'm not sure why we're being held here. But train sim logic is train sim logic. It can do its thing. Oh, I think it's 9054 London Euston to Edinburgh. But that is on the fast line, so it shouldn't affect us, but that is the only train that I can see that would affect us. Hang on, do we have a green now? No, it's still at a red. It's passing Wembley Yard, got Princess Royal Distribution Centre, that's where 325s go, and that's where they're based. Euston PRDC, also known as. Right, what's happening with 9054? I think we might actually be routed onto the fast lines. Oh no, we're not. Are we? Right, one of the points isn't set, so that means we probably are going to cross over somewhere at some point. Yep, I think it is 9054, but 9054 is also in a yellow, and it's going pretty slowly as well. He has a red, and then at which point I think we'll have a green. But we have a higher priority than him, so I'm not sure why he would be held here. I mean, in reality, we would be held here if we didn't cross over onto the fast lines, which we shouldn't do. Right, as soon as he passes WM333, we should be good to go. Oh no, he's slowing down. Still have a red. Oh no, he's going this way, alright. Why is he going this way? Whiskey Mike 129? Do we cross over onto his track? No. That is the fast lines, right? If I'm not missing anything. I think maybe he might go crossing over somewhere around here. I'm really not sure, he should be just in the distance down there. There he is. Let's keep watching our signal aspect as well. Right, when WM921 goes red, then we should be, in theory, be able to proceed. I know that signal hasn't gone red. When was the next signal? Oh, hang on, this is the Pride 390. I forgot about this. 39119 bound for Edinburgh. Starting really good way, Edinburgh. That goes off down there. It's next up at Warrington. Still don't have a oh, hang on, no. That's usually not a good sign though. Yep, let's go. It's causing us delay. Right, we're just gonna have to brute force it all the way down to Euston now. If the next signal is no, next signal is not red, next signal is green. Pressing tab. So we are going to arrive into Euston slightly late, but still ahead of schedule, if that makes sense. Because RTT or on the train times it's saying it's supposed to come in at 8:58. Hang on, is that a red as well? That can't be a red. Oh no, 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 no. What is happening? What is happening? I obviously did not think this through. Anyway, we have the signal block anyway. Right, we shouldn't crash into him, because he's on the fast lines, but we now are going on the wrong track. Which is a very, very, very dodgy site indeed. We will cross over by Queen's Park, so that's good. I'm just taking it easy just to make sure that we don't crash into anything else. No, we shouldn't do. We're on the wrong track, but we're going the right way. If we're going along the wrong track, then we should sound the horn periodically just to make sure that people know we're on the wrong track. It's because I put it on the wrong platform at Queen's Park, isn't it? It should have been pathed as platform 5 at Queen's Park. Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, look at that. That was completely my mistake. I didn't check that through. Oh my god, this is the most dodgy site. Right, we can slow down for Queen's Park now, because we will be crossing over.
Also, Tring, can you come in, please? You need to show something important. Come in, please.
There's something passing us. Yep, London Overground class 378 on the DC lines, which is just pulled in. That's bound for Watford Junction. Right, do we cross over just after Queen's Park, just after here, this junction? Yes, we do. Fair enough. Yeah, we don't need to do the wrong track warning anymore because we are on the right track. Sanya on a Kaiser. Oh, fair enough. It is very fast. It is very fast. Well, we were going quite slowly before. 2 kilo 11 bound for Milton Keynes is passing us now. We were going even faster before. We should be able to pick up some speed on the approach to Euston. Rub music. RUB music. can you go through Wolverhampton? Is this in Train Sim or in real life? In Train Sim, there is a route, but you need the Alan Thompson Sim subscription for it, that allows you to drive between Birmingham and Crewe. That is possible. I am hoping to get an Alan Thompson Sim subscription very soon, as soon as I can, and then we'll be able to do Birmingham to Crewe, and also a full run of the East Coast Main Line from London to Peterborough, London Edinburgh again, which would be really fun to do. In fact, you might.
Okay, Wolverhampton's London Euston direct.
London Euston to Wolverhampton direct. I think it is possible to do that. We're now on the very final approach to London Euston now. Just going through Primrose Hill tunnels. Yeah, so we'll get an Alan Thompson Sim subscription as soon as possible. That's another £350. All this is actually on an ECS for Watford Junction. This, until a few weeks ago, was a 319. That actually goes to Watford Junction to supplement the St Albans Abbey line. That's why it goes up there as an ECS from Euston. And then that operates services throughout the day on the St Albans Abbey line. But services on the St Albans Abbey line from Watford Junction to St Albans are now operated by 350s. And no longer 319s. Now running along parallel tracks to the DC lines. We'll actually make up some time. It's still going to arrive late. Right, we have a double yellow just up ahead. Double yellow, yellow, red. Yep, so this is fine, we can proceed at the normal speed. So if you know how the signal block system works, it goes, for example, the signal we've just passed the double yellow, the next signal will be yellow, and then the final signal at the buffers will be red. And but because it's the buffers, we don't need to follow it, but we might trigger a TPWS board, so we do need to be careful. Theatre's telling us we're going to come into platform 11, which you can see from the HUD that we very sure are. No, as you can see, we have a Atlantic West Coast Class 221 that is on a service departing out for Birmingham New Street very shortly. We are at busy Euston. Finally, oh, you can hear the Voyager. As we do also have a 378, which is setting on platform 10. Right, just that. We'll just do that to stop the TPWS board triggering. Because the West Coast Main Line South, I think, is fitted with TPW or fitted with working. Oh no, we don't have a TPWS board, so we can just proceed at the normal speed. But in reality, there should be a TPWS board here to stop trains crashing into the buffers at 70 miles an hour. There goes the Voyager, it's just departing behind me. And here we are, we've arrived 3 minutes late, but we're here, and we're still sort of ahead of schedule, and the front doors aren't opening. But yes, that just about sums up today's video as the Voyager departs. I really do hope you've enjoyed. Next week's stream, I will put a poll on my Instagram and I'll update the description as soon as possible. Also, because we are going back spotting again, I will go back to my regular upload schedule of 2 uploads per week. That'll be very fun, I'm sure. See lots of videos across the channel. So, until next week, I will see you, or I'll see you next week. Bye for now.